Okay everyone, so I decided to build a drum riser. I live in an apartment building and I'm going to videotape it because, well, why not? It could help somebody out. So I'm gonna give you the materials right now. Okay, so I just finished what I hope would be the most boring part of our little project here, which is to put down the markings for all the holes that we're going to be cutting. So let me show you here a little bit. Yeah, so where this was draw a bunch of lines, you don't have to do lines, the measurements will do, but that just makes me more comfortable, so that's why I did that. But I have the places where I'm going to be cutting the holes for the tennis balls. So guys, as you can see, I just finished up cutting all of the holes. I placed that tennis ball in one of the holes. I did that every time I finished every hole to see how it fit. Okay, so I just finished cutting up all of the 8mm holes from our first plywood board. And as you can see, I have a cable binder right there. That's what the holes are for. We're going to be using them to host the cable binders that will tie it all together. We just completed the next step, which was to open all the holes, both the hole for the tennis ball and the hole for the cable binders in the second plywood board. So I just completed that. This is how it looks right now. So now we're going to move to the next step. Now I have positioned all of the 12 balls in their final spots over the plywood. So now I'm going to place the next one on top of it. Okay, so I placed the second plywood board on top of the first one with the balls all put in place, and this is how it looks. I'm actually standing on top of it just to make sure that it's not wobbly or anything. Seems to be stable, so that's good. Alright, so I placed copper foam right on top of the top plywood board. These will function as a cushion for the gym mattress. It will absorb some of the shock. Okay, so because the undercarpet foam is see-through, I was able to copy exactly the points where the plywood has its holes for the cable binders. So I created those holes and and I actually placed the undercarpet foam over the gym mat just for the sake of knowing exactly where I'm going to be doing the hole. You want to still measure, but this will give you a very good idea whether your measurements are good or not. Alright, so I made all of the markings on the gym mat. So now I know exactly where my cable finders are going to be. I'm not even turning it on. Hey kitty. Move. Come on. You see? Not turning it on. Just. Okay, so now I'd like to demonstrate what I'm doing to tie the cable binders. You don't have to absolutely do it this way. The easiest way is to do it from the top. Just let it slide and then close it, but you're gonna end up with the wider part in the top of it. I don't want to do that, so what I'm going to do in this case, as I'm not putting any legs underneath this, I'm going to do it from the middle, which is actually much harder, but it's the way I'm doing it because of the way it looks a lot better. So, let's get to the first hole. There you go. That's the first one. Now we need to guide it back down to the base now. Over here. Okay. Just pull. And there you go. We have it tight. And let me show you how it looks. From there, and then on top. So let me show you what I did with this, which is I used some marker and I did my measurements, and now I'm doing some cuts on this carpet. It is pretty easy. I just have one of these scissors. They're just your normal scissors, and I'm going to be cutting into it. I actually already did most of it. I'm just going to show you the end of it. You wanna help, little guy? Alright, so there we go. Here's our carpet. It's already cut, and we're ready to place it on top of the second plywood board. This is the way our drum riser looks with the last layer of foam on top of it. As I told you, I just used some masking tape, and now we'll get on with the carpet. I just placed it on top of the drum riser, and I'm going to be using your everyday hammer and nails. I had to put it in. I'm using here a 1.5 standard nail. Alright, so we are at the best part of the journey, which is when you're done. So there's our drum riser with the drum set on top of it. That's how it looks. You can actually paint the bottom plywood board, but I kind of like it like that. Gives you that raw, hey, I did it myself look. But you can paint that and make it more classy. So I hope you like this, and if you do the same, send some pictures or something.